Hello, I just thought I'd give you a little tour around the allotment to see what it looks like in January 2021. So if you don't know the background, I'm Jenny, and in May 2020 my mum and I decided to take on an allotment that was hugely overgrown and absolutely covered in rubbish. So we've spent a year clearing it. We did grow some crops, but nowhere near as much as we would have loved to. But we've just spent the whole time just clearing it, marking out where we want our vegetable beds to be and fruit areas and things like that. And we're hoping that 2021 is the year where we grow an abundance and manage to feed ourselves a fair amount from the allotment itself. So I shall turn you round and show you what it looks like today. So here we are going into the allotment itself, and when we took it on it was absolutely covered in rubbish, and there's been heaps of it here, and Mum and my husband Graham have been doing a great job of getting that up to the recycling centre. So we hope to grow some cut flowers here, some perennials hopefully, and then we marked out this bed. This is an area that we didn't grow anything on during 2020, so we've spent months laying cardboard layers down to kill off all the grass and weeds underneath, and we think this is going to be our squash patch, and we'll probably put some sweet corn in there as well. And then next to that, when we originally got the plot, this area was a chicken run and a rat run. There was lots of rat holes and things here, which wasn't very pleasant. And we had a really successful crop from this area actually, of squashes, pumpkins, that sort of thing. Yeah, it did fantastic for us. And then just along from that, we've still got, it's mainly overgrown now, but we've still got a few crops in there. And down here is a chamomile patch for making teas. And then we've got a couple of rows here that we did grow quite successfully in last year. We grew potatoes and beans here. I've still got a little row, you can see the row there, of spring onions. We've got shallots planted in this one here, and then in here we've got some red onions, white onions and garlic. And then we go on to a patch. It's going to be wider than the sheet, unfortunately. That's as big as the sheet is, so that's all we could cover. But we want to bring it out. We want to bring it out to about here eventually. But this patch may well be potatoes, I'm not sure yet. And then up this end of the rows here, so these, the direction of these will change. They will go across that way when we start growing this year. But yeah, we've still got celery. I've been using quite a bit of that, so there's still some celery in there. We've still got some Swiss chard, and there's a couple of beetroot left, but that's about it up here. We found last year, when we were cutting back the hedges, we found a nice little apple tree there, and there's a blackcurrant bush next to that as well. And then we have got a shed here, that was new this year as well. There used to be a shed and we had to knock that down because it was just in a terrible state. We've got some water bins. And then through here, sorry about the wind noise, I expect it's coming out quite loud on the phone. It is a very breezy day. And down here, this was all overgrown as well. but we've cleared quite a bit of it, and we've built one raised bed so far that we hope that will be filled up by the spring. So that's as full as it is at the moment. Sort of, I don't know, it's looking like it's in some places nearly halfway full, which is good. So I want to use that in the spring. So probably May time is when we expect to be using it. And we're just constantly chopping this back to try and keep it tidy. And there's still, I mean, we've still got rubbish from the last person here, but it is going gradually. We've got a nice bank there that we might grow soft fruit on, possibly raspberries or strawberries or something. Be good for that. Got a little compost bin in the corner now, which has been amazing. We didn't have one before. There is one on the top level, but it's full of dog poo from the previous owner, so we can't use it at the moment until I've been brave enough to dig it all out. But we've planted this orchard, a mini orchard. So in here, in this little section here, we've got 2 apple trees, a pear tree, a plum tree and a cherry tree. So that should be quite nice. In a few years' time, we decided to get dwarf varieties because it's so windy here. We thought they might fare a bit better. Obviously we've got to fix this fence up at some point as well, but we'll get that down and rebuilt, hopefully while the ground is still soft. But yeah, that's how this area is looking. It's looking fairly tidy compared to what it was when we first got it. So yeah, that's how it's looking at the moment. Obviously it's quite bare still because it's far too cold to get anything else really in the ground. I've still got garlic that I need to plant, but it's been so waterlogged that I haven't been able to get it in the ground, so I might have to miss out on that, unfortunately. But yeah, we've got lots of hopes and dreams for it this year. Really can't wait actually to dive in and see how much we managed to grow. So please do follow us, please subscribe, like the video. We'd really appreciate it, and we'd love for you to follow us on this continuous journey on clearing the allotment and making it usable and productive. So we'll see you in the next video. Bye bye.